Hey everybody, welcome to Speaking of Schmoedown, a sports talk show devoted to the movie trivia Schmoedown. I am Jay Wade, and once again, our numbers guy around here, Double D, Dan Dolinsky. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing okay, but apart from some before starting glitches, but I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, so far it seems like everyone other than me is having some computer problems.
I'll say that the graphic, it looks like it was from last week.
Yeah, our producer Frenchie's back there having some issues. Hopefully we can get him up and running solid. But Amber's here from Let's Get Ready Network. How are you doing?
Well, I'm doing great. I just woke up, so let's see how this goes.
All right. I'm not quite sure why, but Frenchie had told me when he found out you were going to be on, Amber, that he said Maxwell would be the perfect other guest co-host. I don't know why, but since
Black penis, baby.
So
they started a fans only account. That's why.
Oh my.
Woo! So I mean, I assume that it's probably because we are very, very close friends, and we can argue with each other like no other. And I hear we're going to be arguing with each other at some point today. So there it is. That's the whole reason. That and apparently black penis. Yeah.
Black penis?
That's
what Frenchie said. So that's a thing, apparently.
That's over my head.
I just always thought it's
Right.
referred to as BBC, but I'm learning something new today. Maxwell's here with us, everybody. I know, what a hell of a way to start this shit.
Hey.
How you doing, Maxwell? It's good to have you on the show, man. It's nice to meet you. This is my first time meeting you, man. How you doing?
You as well. I'm doing okay. It's always nice to start a show off with a little talk of black cock. So I feel comfortable and at home. Thank you for creating a safe space for us.
Yeah, no problem. I don't know where to go now from here. What are we doing? Oh, this is a sports talk show devoted
this is a sports show. We're not here to talk about porn.
No, I know now. That's all I want to talk about. But yeah, we had some great matches this week. We will talk about the pay-per-view event from last night at the back half of the show. And Marie Wilson will be joining us here in a little bit, and we're gonna. Yes, explaining hot matches. And we're going to get into hot matches. Sorry, I'm all over the place now. Frenchie comes on talking about black penis, and then I don't know. I'm completely in the gutter now.
In typical Maxwell and Amber fashion, we have managed to derail the show in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, gold star for you. Let's get into hot matches. Come on.
We do a show here called Hot Matches. I'm not sure Frenchie is the one who runs it. I hope he can hold out here for us. But what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the week's matches and periodically throughout times that only Frenchie knows about, he will be eliminating people. If you are talking when his timer goes off, you are out of the game. And the winner starts the interview while the losers come in later on when we bring in Marie, and I'll explain that bit a little bit better later. I'm sorry, I'm a bit off now because I look at Frenchie and he's having all kinds of tech issues back there. So I'm not sure if anyone's going to get eliminated today. But we'll see what happens. We had that first match with Marie Wilson, and she played. Oh fuck, who just
Gold leader.
I keep thinking Burkett. I hit Burkett up the other day to be on the show, and I just keep thinking Burkett.
Oh, he jinxed.
Go ahead, Dan. Dan's having trouble too.
Oh no!
This is amazing, everyone. I don't know what to say. I'm still thinking about what Frenchie said. Oh my gosh, this is so far off the rails. This has never happened. This is the first time that this show started. Usually this happens into the show or at the very end. Never right off the bat. But we are having some tech issues, so you know what we're going to do? We're going to throw hot matches out the window.
All right.
Oh boy.
Are we running Schmoes of the North suddenly?
No, this is not even Schmoes of the North.
I do not know what's going on. But okay. Maybe I am having some tech issues here. Well,
You dumbass! You were eliminated. I just can't turn on my video. Oh my god, this is not a. What is happening today?
I don't know what's going on, dude. So I assume that you froze up and you're not.
No. I'm just. Every time I turn on my cam, it's freezing my computer, so I'm just not turning it on.
This is by far the best thing I've ever been involved in.
You know what?
I'm having a great time.
The sarcasm.
People in my position right now, the creator and host of a show would just be having a fucking nightmare right now. You know, like, dude, this is the worst thing out. I really couldn't care less. I'm having fun, and that's all that matters to me. I'm having a good time nonetheless. But we are having troubles with band stuff. Frenchie, we are going to forego hot matches this week. We're just
all right. Sounds good.
The matches. But yeah, we had Gold Leader and Marie. Man, she missed one question, and it's back to the typical story of Star Wars division of it comes down to one question so many times. Yeah. It's unbelievable. And it's hard to imagine how anyone can miss one question and still win. Maybe Double D can tell us about that a little bit later if he gets back. But yeah, what do you guys think of the Marie Wilson Gold Leader match?
So it was a really great match, and something that I've been saying since the season began, since we started seeing all of these high echelon, high tier competitors in Star Wars. You're starting to see better caliber. You're starting to see people who have a lot of deep knowledge in not just the movies, and they have to have all this deep knowledge to even remotely hang in there. The 3 Dragon Con competitors are some of the best competitors we've ever seen in Star Wars or in movie trivia as a whole. Because, like I said, they're not just based in movie trivia. They have to know a lot of different nuanced pieces to Star Wars. So they bring this caliber of competition that's through the roof. Anybody who expects to stay in the Star Wars League would need to match up to or be better than them in terms of study, and that's really hard to do when you've been studying a certain breadth of knowledge, because even knowing the books and the TV shows is going to help you compete in the movie trivia Schmoedown Star Wars League. So it's a very tough place that a lot of them are in. You either adapt to what's going on or you get left behind and you're no longer competing. So everybody's got to rise to meet them, if not be better. The standard, in my opinion, is Thomas Harper. I mean, and don't get me wrong, Thomas, Marie, and Zach are all amazing competitors. And I'm consistently impressed with their performance. So, yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree. Sometimes, before the season started, I still haven't decided what if it matters at all. But I was wondering, with all the knowledge that these Dragon Con players have, okay, and that expanding into the things that aren't covered in the Schmoedown, such as the comic books, animated stuff like that, would that hinder them because they're spread thinner, covering more stuff, or would it actually help them because they're covering more stuff? Maybe they have more details stuck up there. You know what I mean? I didn't know if maybe because I would guess that if it were opened up to animation and stuff like that, my guess would be that the movie trivia Schmoedown players who were not in the Dragon Con would be at a disadvantage. But I don't know that to be true. I would
argue against that because since animation and all these shows have not been tapped yet, it would be very surface level questions like what is the leader of the 501st clone trooper, and that would be Rex. And it's just very simple stuff that I think if anyone saw those shows would know right off the bat. Even the First Class League are actually going into the shows, and they're very surface level questions.
Well, I mean, to be fair, in terms of surface level questions and in terms of questions that can be asked about the show, most of the overview surface level stuff is stuff that's already in the movies. So you can see that introduction and, knowing how sometimes there's a good lead in to a question by our lovely question writers. Yay, hashtag team question writers and stuff like that. Like there's very good seeds into the question that lead you to the movies, like the source material from the movies. But it's very creative how they're able to sometimes work in information from other media to help extrapolate the information in the question. So, I mean, it's all the same canon. As long as they know how they're doing it, you're still using the same information. You just have to be very quirky about how you do it. Like, because Rex is in, I believe Rex is referenced in, obviously, Revenge of the Sith, but he's in Clone Wars. So, yeah. Got to be smart. Yeah, so the Clone Wars movie does stand in the Schmoedown as a canon movie. And so a lot of that information as led through in the TV shows can be used when asking a question about Clone Wars if you're very quirky about how you do it.
I think it almost becomes an imperative to add the other aspects simply because you're going to run out of questions to ask. When you're only asking questions about 9, 10, 11 movies, at a certain point, you're going to either have to start repeating things or coming up with such specific questions that it's like, what was the color of the paint on the lower third of the diner in Attack? Like, so, you know, if you add Mandalorian, you add Clone Wars, you add Rebels, you can mine more information. And I think any of the really good Star Wars competitors probably already has a working knowledge of this stuff anyways, because they love Star Wars. When you love something, you go all in on it. Like, I know Sully, for example, who I'm friends with, knows Clone Wars, knows Rebels. He would, I think, love to have those things in. So,
yeah. It's just a matter, like, I do agree with specifically the idea of the graphic. I think you do need to start becoming perfect to make it in Star Wars right now. And these competitors have that breadth of knowledge of everything, and they're going to continue working on that breadth of knowledge because they're competing still in Dragon Con regardless of what they do here. So
yeah, I think the best example is Adam Witt. This guy's had 2 Star Wars matches this season where he's played incredibly well. He scored very, very high. He missed maybe 1 or 2 questions, and it still wasn't good enough to compete with some of these new rookies who are impeccable.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you kind of have to go perfect
to
win a Star Wars match.
In my segment, we're gonna explore that because there's something about hypothesis testing. We'll go into that later, but we'll prove.
Oh, I didn't know there'd be science.
Yeah.
Oh, there's going to be science.
Yes,
Matt.
Yes, Matt. I am the Frankie numbers of this show.
But yeah, we got a few minutes here left in this segment. Taylor Robinson and Greg Alba, dude, that was the most fun I've had in a very long time watching a match. It was a good match. They both did very well. It was competitive, but my takeaway from that match was the fun level of it. It was just, dude, Greg Alba, just such a delight, man. I never really realized how delightful that guy is.
Yeah, I'll say that, I'll actually say that, Taylor Robinson, I had forgotten that she was actually in the Schmoedown years ago. And seeing her now, she's actually greatly improved since her first outing. And I think this may be her only 3rd match, if I'm right, if my memory serves me right, which it doesn't always. But I kind of figured that Greg is definitely a stronger competitor regardless. And I obviously saw that he was going to take this match pretty easily.
Really?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, he's not the greatest, but against Taylor with the past history, with Taylor's past history, it definitely leaned more to Greg a little bit. But obviously, it was definitely competitive. And you're right, Jay. This was a lot of fun. But I won't say this is the most fun I've had watching a match because I like the competitiveness. I love the see the drama, but I definitely had fun with the competitors. Were fun for me. It's not just the gameplay; it was just the competitors having fun and just like we're not here to win. We're just here to have fun, and that's what I got out of it more than the competition.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I did sense a little bit of nervous anxiety coming off of Taylor because I know it's her first match back in a while. Mm-hmm. So I was like there with her. I was like, it's gonna be okay. You got this. Come on, girl. You got this.
And as of right now, we're doing a quick rapid fire version of hot matches. So it is starting now, a quick rapid fire version. If you're talking when Frenchie's timer goes off, you are eliminated. So just throwing that out there, Amber, please go ahead and keep talking.
Oh, okay. No.
I was wondering.
Oh, here we are again. This is going so well.
Yeah, this is great. This is a lot of fun.
Because I think he's frozen, and we can't see Frenchie, and the other guy's gone.
It's on purpose, but the double D was not supposed to be on purpose. By the way it works is one person gets eliminated until the last person standing. But since Dan is frozen and just you two left, I'm guessing it's just you two in the running. This is going so well, guys. Yeah,
we can do it.
Yeah, so I'm friendly with Taylor. I got to know her pretty well over the past year, and she's such a lovely person, and I know how excited she was to get back into the Schmoedown, to get another match, and I agree. There was definitely some discernible nerves, but I still think she played it really well. She navigated.
I'm not saying anything from here on out. I'm done.
You won technically, so
I know. I'm like, I was like,
you won by saying nothing at all.
Yep, that is actually one of the first times that ever has happened, and I enjoy it. Thank you.
You saying nothing at all never happens. Very rare occurrence.
Get fucked, Maxwell. Anyway.
Great.
You were
good.
But yeah, no, Taylor's great. I think that the nervous energy came through, but I know she was very, very nervous in the lead up because, I think she was a little twitchy on taking on Greg because I know that they're friends and stuff. And, it's some people just have it differently when they're under the lights. And I totally get that because I have a lot of nervous energy. And if it were me, I'd probably be like, oh my God, what am I doing?
I still think she played a really strong game. I think she navigated it nicely, but I wasn't that familiar with Greg beforehand. And the word that kept coming to mind, I think you used it, is delightful. He had this really infectious, laid back energy. I don't know if he was stoned, but he kind of felt like he was. He did well, obviously, to win the match, but I'm excited to see what he might accomplish, because it also seemed like he didn't really prepare or study at all. He was like, wait, Swashbuckling Adventure is in IG now? Okay. And he still made his way through it. So, as charming as he was, if he starts to study and put a little more time in, he could do pretty well in IG. You
got to watch the Real Rejects content because they actually put out some really fun stuff. But that's a lot of what he was, that's a lot of what they've been doing. So yeah, no, Suge, I was not going to be an IG competitor. The only thing I was going to be was a talk show host on a podcast with you. I was never going to be an IG competitor. There was no way.
No way.
No.
We'll just Dan is restarting his router. While he's doing that, we'll go ahead and wrap up with we'll cut into his segment a little bit and with the Deception versus Rushmore match, since we did have that still also Friday.
I'm about to jinx myself, but everybody's having computer issues and I'm not. So I don't know what's going on here. What is this?
I don't know. Yep. I thought I was too, but I'm not. So and I feel good about that. So. And like I said earlier, dude, most people in my position right now would just be cringing and dying inside and angry. And I don't care. Like I said, I have always valued the company I'm with and having fun above whatever the hell is supposed to be going on the show. I figure if we're having fun, then the people who are watching are having fun. And if they're not, they can fucking change the channel.
Oh,
we're enjoying ourselves.
Yeah.
What a beautiful kumbaya moment that was.
Motivational speech.
Yay.
That Deception match, though, against Rushmore, it turned out the way I thought it would, but I honestly thought that Rushmore was going to put up a little bit better of a fight, man.
Do you mean Deception or Danger Zone?
Now I'm lost.
No, we're talking about last Friday.
Oh, last week. Okay.
No, yesterday's team.
Yeah, so Danger Zone. It's not Deception. Deception went out last week.
We're talking about the pay-per-view. Okay.
I am.
Okay.
I'm having a great time right now. I really am. I don't.
Well, you confuse me too. Yeah.
We got you. I figured out what you were talking about. I was like, wait. Okay, so legit, that was one of the best comprehensive teams matches. Also, the promo at the beginning of the episode where it was all the Finstock exchange and dungeon people popping into the StreamYard. I was like, why is this happening? This is like, this is going to pique my anxiety. Why are people just sitting in here laughing? What's happening? Why? But it was a really great match. Also, there was dancing. Why was there dancing? Brother Lomas was dancing.
I was definitely very scared watching that scene unfold where it sort of became revealed that the Finstock exchange is a cult. And I am not surprised to hear that, but I also don't want any part of it. Brother Lomas is terrifying. But to what you were saying about Rushmore not putting up as much of a fight, look, here's my hot take. JTE was carrying that team, and Roka was sort of just being pulled along by the tips of his fingernails. He has not been playing good Schmoedown. He has been missing questions that I would argue he shouldn't be missing. I don't know what's going on with him, but Roka is not the Roka that once was. I would love to see him find himself again because he's fun to watch, and I hope to play him one day and beat his ass. But he clearly is not as good as he once was. I don't know what's going on, but if he had been at the peak of his game, him and JT could have beat Danger Zone. But I think really the reason they lost is because of Roka.
Which is, man, of those two, I honestly expect Roka to be the one carrying JTE.
I mean, if we're going off of, legacy, yeah. If we're going off most recent experience, no. He's just, last year he was knocked out by a rookie. So, and the thing is, we haven't moved that far past that. I have a lot of respect for John Roka. I really do. I think he is a great competitor. But at the beginning of this season, I was asked about my weird trash take or hot take on an episode of LGR, where I was asked to say who I thought was, the weakest link on their teams. And my two picks were John Roka and Mark Riley. And it's really unfortunate. I think Riley is better off because he's out of the exchange. I think he's better because he's not part of, the Horsemen anymore. I think he's better because he's with Kate. I'm seeing better performance from him. Roka is still in that same world, that same weird, strange world, living with Tom Dagnino and his weird Finstock beard and doing all the weird things that he does, his clown wig or whatever. And he should wear that way more often because he is a clown. Yep. And so it's one of those things. I think that Roka is the weakest link no matter what he's doing right now because he's spending more time yelling and not enough time studying and not enough time playing games. Trivia. It's professional trivia. It's not professional yelling at people time. Done.
If it was, you would win every match.
Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty sure about that, yeah.
Has not seen Old Man Wade yet, dude. God, healthy fucker, just as good as the rest of them. But actually, hold on 1 second. Let's hold on, guys. I'm gonna have a producers meeting on air. Hey, Frenchie, come on screen real quick.
If my computer doesn't crash, because apparently it does not like the sight of me. All right, what's up?
Let's do
understandable.
I know I'm horrible. I'm horrible.
Right now. Hey, let's do sexy numbers right now, and then just cut out the Frenchie's Corner reaction or something.
Yeah, it sounds good.
All right, cool. Okay, now everybody, it is time for, well, actually, special guest for this one. Marie Wilson is going to be.
Hello.
Hey.
With Double D. So Dan has sexy numbers segment coming up.
I'm going to talk dirty to you for a second. Math.
Involving Star Wars. So Double D, take it away. What do we have today?
Okay, I'm going to try and go through this really quickly, but Marie, in your match with Gold Leader, you said something pretty interesting, that you had to be perfect to win, and 95% doesn't cut it. And do you still believe that?
Oh, I mean, it seems like that's the case, honestly, and And what I was referring to when I said that was my flashcards that I was studying. So like it's digital flashcards and they tell me my percentage.
Okay.
And so my percentage was at like 95 to 100% for all my flashcard decks. And I still didn't win. And
okay. Well, let's put that to the test. We're going to use that as our hypothesis. You have to play perfect. So first of all, we have to establish. Wait. Hey Jay, can you put this my stuff on screen first? I know I'm. There we go. Okay. So I know we're experiencing technical difficulties. So let's define what perfect means. I'm not going to run through it, but basically it's a total of 31 points. That's a perfect round 1 with a bonus. All the round 2, not counting steals, and answering all 3 of your final round questions. So that will be our baseline. That will be our null hypothesis. Now okay, there we go. So we have to state an alternative hypothesis. So we're going to say a competitor can score less than 31 points in order to win. Okay, sounds easy enough? Okay.
Yes.
So that's, and here, so this is our graph. So we're going to use a 95% confidence level, which basically means this whole thing from here to here represents 95% of the graph. This here represents 5%, and negative 1.746 is going to be our threshold. If you hit that mark, that means that our alternative hypothesis is correct. If our result is anywhere in this graph right here, that means your statement is true. So we're going to take. So here's the data that we're going to be using. From October 31st, 2019 to the current, to the present, that includes your match with Gold Leader, there's been 17 winners. The average for that is 26 points, and standard deviation is 4 points. Now, what standard deviation is just the level of, the distance of levels within the graph. That's all that means. And like I said, we're going to do a 95% confidence level. And here's the equation. To kind of speed this up, I'm not even going to say the equation, but that's for our viewing audience. If you want to see this, I'll post this on my Twitter account because we don't have time to go through it. And when we substitute the numbers, this is what it looks like. And that's our result. We get negative 5.34, which basically means the alternative hypothesis is true. So
oh no.
And I'm jumping in. I have numbers. There's a thing that looks like a semi-hard tits. I don't know what's going on in this thing.
Dude, I am going to promote the holy fucking shit out of this episode. This dude, I'm having an absolute fucking great time, dude. I am. I really am. I love it. I got no cares in the world, dude. I got to sleep in at 9:30 this morning. I went to the grocery store before the show rather than after the show, so I don't have to leave my house afterward. It's just amazingly awesome. Yeah, I don't understand what any of these numbers mean, Marie. Math was not my jam in school at all. History was more my thing. What was your favorite subject, and what did you excel in high school?
Oh, science.
Science?
Definitely science.
Yeah, it has to do with rocks and stuff, right? And like magma, tectonic plates. I'm just trying to remember stuff I remember from science. Tectonic plates, and magma. That's about it. So volcanoes and weather.
Yeah.
I don't know if weather is included in science or not. I mean, I'm not really sure what exact. If you think about it, though, science would probably include everything because science has to do with like molecules and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Like everything has molecules and made up of that stuff. So I guess everything in the world would have to do with science, I suppose.
I mean, essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, this is great. It's nice to have you on. I look in the back, and our producer Frenchie, he's having tech issues too. He has vanished as well. So hey, let's just hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey,
I was sitting here. I was like, yes, science does have to do with molecules.
Yes.
And
I felt like all of a
numbers.
sudden we were watching PBS and you were Jay Wade, the science guy.
I don't know about all that, man.
I learned something new. Apparently, everything is science. Hooray!
I was like, ooh, tectonic plates. That's geology.
Okay.
You're doing good.
Is geology a part of science? Like I learned that in science, right?
Yes.
If it's an ology, most of the time it's a science. So,
Okay.
So yeah.
So you
just like psychology is a social science.
I never learned.
Me? Yeah.
I never learned
Yeah,
sexology
you.
in school. That I still don't understand.
I don't think you're supposed to really. I don't know. You're supposed to learn sexology in school from an awkward PE coach who like sits there and he's like, "This is a banana, kids," and you're just like, "What the hell is going on here? Why am I learning this here?"
Banana and two apples. Frenchie just pops back on.
I mean, I went to Catholic
have
school,
sex.
so don't do it. It's
Don't
bad.
have sex, because if you do,
so
you
can
will get
imagine how that talk
chlamydia
went.
and die. Now everyone take a rubber.
Yay, movie quotes. It's perfect.
Yay.
Okay, Frenchie, you feeling confident to start Frenchie's Corner? He's typing to me. I love this. This is seriously a great time. I'm loving this.
It's like McDonald's.
I'm loving it. Except for when they get my order wrong. Dude, what is so hard when you... Okay, if I say... Okay, first and foremost, okay, when you go in a drive-thru, and this is to all the people who work in the drive-thru, okay, and take orders, I'm going to tone it down a little bit because I don't want to be a dick in case any of you work drive-thrus. That's fine. That's not the issue. The issue is...
No, they know the problem with drive-thrus. They're aware.
Yeah. If you shut up and you let me finish talking, you will know every damn thing I want with no questions. There's like for example, I would like a number 4 plain with cheese only with a large fry and a large Coke with light ice. Dude, if you would just shut up and listen and let me finish the whole thing.
Okay, I go away for 5 minutes.
It'll go.
And you're turning into old man way complaining about drive-thrus. What's happening?
I don't know. This is a Schmoedown show, though.
Is it
This is where
though?
we can have nice things.
I don't feel like it is.
I don't know. I kind of feel like just throwing it all out the window and just shooting the shit for about.
Just
40
be like, speaking of whatever.
Yeah, like at this point, for fuck's sake.
Speaking of black penis,
Yes, you said the veins were blending better, right? That's what you said.
I'm so sorry, Marie.
I may have said that. I may have said that.
Okay.
I really do. I would like to start an OnlyFans and go by the name Bubble Gut.
Yeah, and you're wearing the gag. I'm the one with the whip.
Yes.
I'm gonna start an OnlyFans for awkward feet pictures and eating while crying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clips, I claim the ball gag, any kind of bondage stuff. I'm the one that gets tied up.
So yeah, where are we at?
Actually, do you want to go ahead?
I don't even know what we're doing anymore.
Fuck it.
I don't know either. I love this. We're having a production meeting on air to figure out what we're gonna do.
So the movie trivia Schmoedown, guys. How about that?
And
How about those matches and those questions? What questions? Wow.
whoa,
Such
the
good questions. Wow.
Yeah, the
such
words
trivia.
and the questions. Wow.
That one about that movie with that guy.
Is
So
that the guy in the
clever.
car?
He did the thing.
Exactly. Yeah, the guy in the car is so clever. It's like, PJ, you've outdone yourself with this one.
Seriously.
Whew. Wow.
And the worst part is I even had time to watch a PPV, so I don't even know what the fuck's going on.
Well, and then when the wheel did that thing and it was like, which side is it on? I don't know. I was like, oh my God, the drama.
She said spin. He did.
Right.
There were sexy numbers.
Dagnino was just like this.
Oh my gosh. This is
Wearing a Make Gucci Great Again shirt. What the hell, man? What the hell?
Let's go ahead and do let's jump into Frenchie's corner. We'll leave Marie on screen here and we'll debate it and we'll get Marie's opinions every now and then. How's that sound?
Marie, you get to watch us yell at each other, kind of.
Yay.
Cool.
I'm so red. Good Lord.
Yeah.
Did you go to the beach?
Frenchie's corner.
Yeah. Give me a second. I'm having PC problems, for fuck's sakes.
We are all one large PC problem. Like, that's what we are. We're just a cavalcade of issues.
All right, and just to put in perspective, to explain, this is going to be a special one. We are doing a Frenchie's Corner, yes, but we're doing a tag team edition. You know, I wanted to mix things up, and I said to myself, me and Maxwell, we got an advantage over you guys. So, Jay, why don't you shoot up the subject?
Okay, the topic is... how should they handle the team's title with Andrejko announcing he's stepping down? We got that big pay-per-view this weekend where we've got Corruption going against Danger Zone. And then the winner of that would be playing the winner of Shazam versus Odd Couple. Now, Frenchie, for some reason, I don't understand, is under the impression that for some reason the Odd Couple is still in it. In my opinion, there is no more Odd Couple. Therefore, the title is up in the air. No one owns it. And what I think should happen, and Amber agrees with me because we talked about this before. The only thing that really matters is that they should do just one 3-way teams match this week at the pay-per-view for the title. And just forego all the stuff. One team dropped out of it, and we got 3 left in it. Just have one 3-way team match for the title. And
listen. If you have an NFL team and the quarterback is hurt, does the team forfeit? No, they call up another quarterback to take the position. So what the Odd Couple is going to do, and out of respect for what the team has accomplished and for Jeff Snyder, is he will get to call in a reserve player to form the new Odd Couple 2.0, whatever they're going to call it, to compete. That's what they deserve. That's what Jeff deserves.
No, wait. Hold on. But why is that fair to anybody else when they literally, I mean, because of the retirement, they should be abdicating the team titles and allowing other teams to go for it. I mean, maybe make it a 3-way match. Sure, great. But you can make it a 4-way match. What if we have another person in there, but then they play as well? Because then that at least gives them the opportunity to prove that they deserve the team titles instead of stating specifically that they need to, that they retain and play.
It's as unfair for Snyder, but also for the Odd Couple. Now they have 1 out of 3 chances to win, right? Like you're mixing it up. I understand he's out, but he's out for circumstances probably that's beyond his control. No one should be paid for the chance they had before, and they shouldn't change it. Look, I get it. He's out. This is not the same Odd Couple. But if you already have a pre-established match and you have a roster of people you can replace him with, why lower the chances for Jeff Snyder at 0 and Odd Couple at 1 of the 3? It makes no sense.
They are a team on a faction, but their team doesn't have any reserves. We're not all sitting here going, okay, the team is Snyder and
so you automatically take off. No.
Any team that is not Jeff Snyder and Mark Andrejko is not the Odd Couple.
But you at the same time, it can be. It's not a written rule. What as well is unfair is Roxy.
But there's been a precedent that has been set where they have dropped the belts before.
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense for them to just put in another person.
She has a chance to get 7, multiple higher points, right?
Yeah, the Odd Couple and for the faction has earned their spot to go for the belt.
That's perfectly fine, but
so it would be unfair. It would be unfair to so many more people than just the Odd Couple. It would be unfair to the entire Stars roster.
What? Wait. Why are we?
And
saying,
is this league going to operate with integrity, or is it going to just make stuff up as it goes along?
But I
because saying the Odd Couple isn't eligible would just be like, meh.
Well, operating with integrity would be to make sure that the actual consistency of the team remains what it is. The Odd Couple is Mark Andrejko and Jeff Snyder. If Mark Andrejko is not there, then it's not the Odd Couple. We're actually going with another complete different team. So therefore, you can't name them the same thing. It's not fair for somebody who doesn't hold the team title to walk into the team title and then compete for the team title. It should be, even a 3-way match like we were talking about with Deception, Corruption, and Shazam, great, perfect. I mean, even add the new team, but they shouldn't be holding the team titles going in. They should be set down and they shouldn't be theirs, because this is not the Odd Couple. This is another completely new team with Jeff Sneider in it. So if the person didn't win the team title, I don't think that they should be carrying it.
That's the thing.
But that doesn't matter.
This is all
going to
This is
all precedent.
This is all going to be rendered moot because Shazam was going to win anyways. So,
That's
damn,
fair.
strong words. But that's the thing. That's the thing. But Maxwell, now they have one of the 3 shots to win, right?
Or what's fair to the Odd Couple, or what's fair, dude. I'm sorry, and Draco, he needs to do whatever he needs to do. No one's faulting him for that. But the fact is, he needs to step away. He stepped away. Hey, I'm sorry. That's your shit luck, Odd Couple. That's just how it goes. And to bring someone else in as Snyder's team partner, and why are you going to give a new team, a different team, all of the benefits and all of the stats basically that a different team earned? It's not Odd Couple, so you're giving this new different team all of the glory that the Odd Couple had built up. It's not right.
My personal feeling on this is I am perfectly fine with them earning the belts if there is a new team with a new player. However, I am not down with them just being handed the belts because somebody walked away. That is not okay to me. That is basically devaluing and lessening the actual holding of the belt because that person didn't earn it. And it doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter if Dan Murrell was the one to step into this entire thing and be like, I am now the team's champion because XYZ. I am more than okay with the idea of that team stepping up, earning the actual titles if they do, and moving on from there. But I am not okay with them being handed the team titles because somebody abdicated the position and walking into what would be considered a championship run, even if it's just, to play Shazam and lose, which could very well be the case if that's what happened.
You guys are not considering Jeff Sneider in this.
I'm completely considering Jeff Sneider because the point. Yes, I am, because the point is the team that owns the titles right now is the Odd Couple. If Mark Andreyko walks away, it doesn't matter what Jeff Sneider is. This is not a singles competition. It is a team's competition. And therefore, Jeff Sneider's feelings or concerns or title doesn't count because he's a title holder with the Odd Couple. Therefore, if his partner walks away, the Odd Couple is no more. It gets disbanded. Done. You don't get to walk into something and just freely be like, well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to compete. This is a new person and I'm going to continue doing what I do. No, the new person also has to earn the title too.
But
you abdicate to be fair to other people.
Let's say they win.
And great, they win, but they are not the title holders when they
worthy of it.
But they have to win first. That was what I was arguing. They don't get to walk in as the title holders.
I don't even think that they should be given a shot. If it's a new team, they should earn some wins under their belt before they get a shot at taking that title. They shouldn't be like, hey, here's your new partner and you just get to take the place. No, because like I said, they are stealing the glory and benefiting from the glory that the Odd Couple did. That's not right. If Snyder has to take a new partner, then they need to work their way back from the beginning and earn those shots with victories, because that is a different team.
Now, before we transition into Mary L. Wilson, these guys are talking a lot. Maxwell, give a last shot. Why are they crazy? Okay, we lost. Thank you, Max.
I was convinced by the other side. So
yeah, I'm trying to end too. Damn it.
Look, you put me on a side to defend that was not the right side. So at a certain point, I'm not going to just fake it.
I was successfully able to merge both arguments. You're fucking welcome. Thank you.
Damn it. All right.
I did exactly what you didn't want me to do.
What? If anyone's going to beat me, it's never Jay-Way. But if there's one person that can beat me, that's you, and I'm honored.
Bullshit. I've beat you before.
You beat something. You beat something, but it ain't me.
Hold on. So Brandy said you can switch players out on a team in sports. This is sports. But if the team is made up of two people, it's not fair. They set the precedent before where they have abdicated team titles or anything like that because somebody was stepping away. So that's why I say it. It's only fair to the other people playing the game. If it was a full team, okay, fine. That's perfect.
Yeah, I completely agree. But I had to defend the flip side, and apparently
Yeah.
I did not do a good job. All right, so
Yo, I was a debater, so it's fine. I got this.
You know,
All
when I
right.
was a little kid, my uncle took me fishing all the time. Big fisherman. My grandfather too. But I always hated putting the hooks on the worms myself. I mean, I was a little kid. You know what I mean? It was just gross, dude. My uncle told me, boy, you keep practicing baiting that hook, and one of these days you'll be a master baiter. True story.
I knew it was coming, and I'm very happy that it happened.
I saw it coming before I woke up this morning.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
That I had to grab a rag. Anyway, this is terrible. I cannot believe this is not going at all. We need to do a late night show for this shit sometime. But everyone now, Marie Wilson is on here, and as I was saying earlier, the benefits of this game that we did, the hot matches, which is a hot potato, is the winner gets to start the interview, which in this case it is Amber, and then second place comes in, which would be Maxwell, and then Double D, and then myself. So we do have real consequences as well as rewards here. So everyone, Amber, why don't you go ahead and introduce our guest?
So we are talking to the lovely, fabulous Marie Wilson from the amazing, I can't even think of where you're from, The Usual Suspects. And this is where my day is going. So, like, you had a really great match the other day playing against Gold Leader. And we all know Gold Leader is all about talking that smack.
Yeah.
It's literally, you know, how did you feel coming in? Because I know that you're more game player, you're more of a trivia person. How much fun did you have talking smack with Gold Leader?
I enjoy it, actually. I tell you what, filming that promo was a lot of fun. And
you seem to be having a lot of fun.
Yeah, I love filming that promo, and the way it came out, like the final product was just perfect, and it made me and it made me so happy that it came out the way it did. But it was funny in the interview after the match when Jen Sturger was like, "You can't even be mean to him," and I was like, "Well,
As we call it in the business, you're a precious cinnamon roll, because I don't think you're capable of being salty or snarky with anybody. And I'm like, that is okay. That is a good persona to have, especially in this world, because everybody's super snarky. But now, yeah. I mean, I saw you kicking yourself in round one because you had that miss. What are you going to do in the future to kind of like alleviate those nerves? Because, you know, being under the lights is hard. You want to make sure that you know, pay attention to the things Sam says where he's like, get out of your head.
Yeah.
Do the thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, like, how are we going to alleviate that in the future?
Oh, I think my biggest thing is just, and I've said this before, and I just wasn't paying attention to my own advice, but really, really listen and don't get stuck on because my brain was still on Revenge of the Sith because that was the previous question. So I was thinking, Anakin never says how long he's been away from Padme at the beginning of Revenge of the Sith, which is why, so like JTE, like why, so just really, really remembering, use my JTEs. That's probably the biggest thing.
So you have a couple of matches under your belt now. How does it compare to your expectations? And what lessons would you take away from your first two matches to help you prepare for future matches, especially now that you have one win and one loss? So you've gotten a taste of both sides. Yeah. You got to really feel out how it works, what the feeling, like how you're going to feel emotionally after both scenarios. What are your takeaways from all that?
Probably my biggest takeaway is that I'm a lot stronger than I used to be, because
yes, girl.
It didn't affect me. The loss didn't affect me as badly as it could have, simply because I played better in the match that I lost than I did in the match that I won. And just remembering those things and continuing forward with those thoughts in mind that, like, I'm improving, I'm getting better. So continue with that.
I like
think that's a really healthy mindset. Yeah.
That's a really great way to look at it, because, you know, you come into something on your own, you need to improve yourself. You're playing yourself instead of playing somebody else. So I like the way you think about it. Now, like, what's your next big goal? Because the next place you need to be is probably in another match and moving forward, right?
Yeah. Oh,
so
yeah.
who do you want to play next?
Oh gosh. Oh my goodness.
I'm back.
I honestly, I would love to play someone who has at least a 2-0 record. So someone that has shown that they can hold their own, and that way I can take them out and prove that I deserve to be a part of this.
I love that energy. Take them out. Boom, done.
There you go.
All right, so I've embraced Tom Dagnino. I'm going on my phone. So Marie, just to kind of finish what our conversation from before, your score was actually a winning score. The least amount of score that you would have to win is 27 points. So just to finish that off real quick.
I was curious.
Yeah, but I think you just had bad luck with a better competitor. It was just bad luck. That's all it was. So just erase it from your mind and just keep doing what you're doing. But my question is it's with the Bad Batch. There was with the premiere of the Bad Batch, we saw Kanan Jarrus' point of view from Order 66.
Yeah.
But we've seen that already before in the comic books, but it's a little bit different. So how are these inconsistencies across canon affect maybe your interpretation of canon?
So my assumption is that TV shows or on screen, TV shows and movies trump comic books and books. Because you also had it with Clone Wars, the Siege of Mandalore, and the Ahsoka novel. So, like, the whole Darth Maul Ahsoka situation was different in the book than it was in the TV show. So I find it incredibly frustrating because I'm like, come on, guys. Like, the whole point of restarting canon was so that you could make sure none of this happened. But at the same time, I understand, because as you write a story and as you continue in a world like that, you start to realize, oh, wait, this would be a better way of telling that story. And I think these characters need to go in this direction. And so, I mean, I can understand it from that kind of creative standpoint.
No, I totally see that. That totally makes sense.
I got a little surprise here in 1 minute, but I do want to ask you one thing real quick, get your opinion on something we were talking about earlier, Marie. Something I think about sometimes is if they would introduce the comic books and the non-movie material to Schmoedown, do you think that would benefit the Dragon Con players more, or do you think? I mean, because my perspective is all we know from the movie Schmoedown players is the movie side of their knowledge. I don't know how much knowledge Ace or DeMolanta has about the comic books and stuff like that. But do you have an opinion on how that would go?
I think they definitely should. Now, I think with Clone Wars, you have over 100 episodes, so that's a lot of material. But I mean, I have studied all 100 plus episodes and made flashcards on them for Dragon Con, so it's possible. But I think at least including the live action TV shows would be a really great idea, because with the whole thing of, well, I missed one question. And so it's like you play a match and the person who goes perfect, and I know your analysis showed that you don't have to go perfect, but like I think it would, because you watch singles matches, and hardly ever are singles matches like you miss one and you're done, or even you only miss one and you win. Like it's a little lower than that. And so that's because it's only 12 movies. And that's what I said going into the Schmoedown was, it's going to be easier to study because it's only 12 movies rather than everything. So I think adding in at least Mandalorian would be of benefit.
Well, it'll be interesting to see because obviously in the FCL they've added some of it, so they're using that as a hello.
Hey, party people, what's going on?
It's my favorite page.
I wanted to crash you guys' party real quick and say what's up to my girl Marie because she played a hell of a match, even though she lost to one question. She should have won it.
Thank you.
You're way better than that Gold Frinkle, whatever his name is. So
yeah,
Gold Slugger.
Something like that.
Gold Caboose? Gold Caboose, right?
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm loving today. Frenchie typed in private. Okay, I'm putting her on, and then I did it, and then typed in, I beat you to it.
I know. Once I joined into, I was like, "Hi, everyone."
Yeah.
Everyone was surprised.
I love how you just got the look. Like it's like, oh, well, this is a normal day here.
Go ahead, Maxwell. What were you saying before Paige jumped on?
Oh, I was just saying, in the FCL, they've expanded Star Wars to include Mandalorian and stuff. So I think the FCL is not only a developmental league for the players, but a testing ground for, to see how certain things work and if they're going to integrate it into the big show. So that'll be fun to track what level of questions from stuff like Mandalorian is in there. And then what the reaction is to that from the viewers and the competitors.
Oh, dude, they should totally do that because my girl Marie would smoke everyone in that. So that's all I'm saying. Add more for her because she's got it already all covered.
And I will say that if they do, also include some of the animated shows, they need to include all of them. So that would include Resistance, which everybody forgets. That's a TV show, and it was, and I loved it. Kaz is cool. Niku's amazing.
I love the Resistance.
Yes,
It's
you
good.
have to include Resistance. So that's one thing I would say. You cannot leave something out if you're going to do some of the animated shows.
Just threw up a little bit.
Good point.
Come on, Niku is precious and adorable and wonderful.
Yeah, but
way better than Omega, just saying.
No, I'm not a big
Well, Ahsoka started out annoying, but then she grew to be a fan favorite, so.
Yeah,
I love Snip so much.
Yep.
She's so great.
Yeah.
And her book was one of the better ones, so.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I don't know. I know how I feel. It's fine.
The last time I take
there's
advice
no pleasing Jay on this channal.
Yeah, we love him, but
I know,
honestly,
completely agree.
I need a dick bib because I have peed my pants a little bit from laughing. This is amazingly great.
A dick bib?
Well,
wow.
if you know the
That's
league,
a visual I never wanted.
Yeah, I didn't know they made that.
We said that on last week. There were many visuals. I'm like, I don't want to touch this.
Oh boy.
This sounds like wow. Need a Brillo pad to spell out my brain.
All I gotta say is, Marie, every time I watch you play, it just makes me want to get my Star Wars tattoos removed because I'm like, all right, she knows. I'm like, I can not compete with any of these people right now.
Yep, I feel the same way.
Yeah,
me too.
Inept as all get out. I was like, oh, I want to be in Star Wars. Nope, I'm good. I don't want to be in Star Wars at all.
It was so funny.
Not in the division.
Yeah, dude, when I posted this tattoo that I recently got, you'd like it, Marie.
Wow.
Literally, someone was like Boston Badass in Star Wars League. I just laughed out loud. I was like, that's a funny one.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, I'll have Marie train me and then maybe. But
yeah.
Look, you can all it takes is 60 days and you got this.
Yeah, 60 days. 60 days.
All you need in life is 60 days and you can accomplish anything.
Anything. You could be doing pediatric surgery if you just focus for the next 60 days.
Yeah. I got it.
Easy.
My plan is about
I'm on the show. I was gonna say, I'm sure there's some off-market, for-profit strip mall college that'll teach you how to be a pediatric surgeon in 60 days. It'll be fine. You can just get that.
Right. Yeah, no
problem. You can be a certification. You don't even need a degree. It's fine.
Yeah, I'll just do it in the black market. We'll be fine.
What is a stripper mall like?
The lawsuit.
It's not a stripper mall, Jay. God, why was the first thing you heard stripper? No, a strip mall, like one of those I'm not even going to explain this to you. Go freaking use Google. What is wrong with you?
It's another term for a shopping center.
Going to see people strip for them, the customers strip at the strip.
No, nobody wants to see that.
No one is taking off their clothes in this equation. Nobody. Everyone is fully dressed.
I'm with you right there.
This literally sounds like people of Walmart, and I'm not here for it. No, bad.
I remember that website.
I do too.
Do you remember Waffle House Weddings? That website?
What?
I still go on. What?
Waffle House Weddings.
Wow.
Only in America, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you're lucky you're in Canada to deal with that nonsense.
We're bored. We come up with stupid shit.
I want to go to a Waffle House wedding.
You mother effers! I got a serious Schmoedown question now. I actually have one.
That's highly debatable. There has been nothing serious or Schmoedown related for the last half hour.
Wait, don't do that. You mean the whole hour? Like for the whole hour, we haven't talked about anything serious.
It's been like this much Schmoedown and this much nonsense.
This is exactly what Christmas was like with my stepfamily. Just people just talking over each other and just people just losing their minds.
It's like a Robert Altman film.
I mean, I don't know if y'all know this, but Maxwell and I went on Schmo Me the Money and you're just gonna have to deal with it. We went on Schmo Me the Money and I beat him by 1 point the first time and we tied the second time because we are both loquacious bitches who will talk over each other and argue. So this is what you signed up for. Good job, Frenchie.
You get what you pay for. Hey. Just good thing I'm really, really cheap.
You are.
All right. I think we're all there.
Okay, I do. Well, yes. Here in a minute, Frenchie. Don't get ahead of yourself. Like I said, I got a question. I got a serious Schmoedown question. I really do. Damn it.
Go ahead.
Okay, we'll ask it.
Everybody send him
I've just been
vibes.
sitting here patiently waiting for the question. The question hasn't come out yet. It's sort of just like, what are we doing here?
I'm past patiently waiting.
Stop
I
talking.
want you to know.
To say it.
Don't modulate the key to not debate with me.
Okay.
What's going on?
We talked about this a couple weeks ago, maybe last week, and I want to get your thought on it. What would you think about some Star Wars team matches, say an apprentice and a master per each faction? So you being on the suspects and being in the Star Wars division would be a master, and then you would have an apprentice who would be someone else from a different division on your faction who would be your teammate, and then maybe have some Star Wars teams matches. What would you think about that?
That would be really fun. When it comes to like local bar trivia and stuff, I usually do it on my own. And I go by Ula's Revenge. So but that Ula's Revenge is just me. So, so I'm used to playing on my own, but I'd love to try something different. Yeah.
Pick me. You need to show me the way.
Yeah.
That would break a lot of new people into Star Wars for sure. I think like having a Padawan as your team partner, then you can teach them all the ropes, and they already know movie trivia, and probably a lot of people are going to have base level Star Wars trivia. Yeah. Think about it, being with a more skilled teammate as your master. There you go, boom, done. We'll have so many more people in with a little bit more lower level trivia knowledge. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Hey, no, Christian, it happened.
But I think we should start off with an exhibition match first just to try it out and see if it works, because it may look good on paper, but in actual execution, it'd be like, oh, this is a mess.
Oh, I think it'd be so fun, though, even if it's just for shits and giggles. I think it would be amazing to do that.
Yeah, I
fully agree. I think that could be a lot of fun and really, just kind of lighten up the league, because I feel like a lot of things are really tense in the league, but you see FCL competitors out here just we're having fun and cutting promos, yeah. You're like, yeah, look at me. And we get into the league and it's high pressure and everybody's really stressed out. So maybe we just need to do something fun.
Yeah. Well, speaking of fun and promos, Paige's got something else on her mind here. Didn't you got something you want to say, don't you, Paige?
I do. Because you know what? looking at my watch right now that I don't have on my hand, and I'm still waiting for my call from Grace and Christian to give me my next match. I'm hungry. I'm coming for blood. I want my next match. So you two, if you're listening right now, the Boston Badass is waiting. I don't care.
Call Jay
who you
Washington.
give
He needs a win somewhere.
I would say I want to bring home some W's to the faction real quick, and let's make this happen because, like I said, I'm coming for blood. Whoever they want to give me, let's make it happen. Whoever wants a piece of this meat, come and get it, guys.
I would like a piece of that meat.
I got you, boo.
Heyo.
Let's do it.
I got a girlfriend. I'm not a cheater.
I'm on my way. Hold on. It's fine. Bye.
All right. I'll meet you at the airport.
Yeah. Let's go. Boom.
We'll do the 3-day rule. Someone help me out. Is that still how y'all kids date these days? You get the chick's number and 3 days later you call them? Is it the 3-day thing still?
I already have Paige's number. It's fine.
Yeah.
Well, I do too.
You got to ask for the digits right away.
My point is, I just got it 3 days ago, so if that still applies, I need to call her here later on after the show.
I might have to leave my phone number in the comments.
When it comes to love and war.
Yeah, I might have to leave my phone number in the comments real quick so Christian and Grace can give me a call because I want to play ASAP. I want that W, so give me a ring, guys.
I need it. Let's go.
Again, too. I completely agree. Yep.
Here for it.
That was the Boston Badass calling, dude. She's calling out for anyone. Just give her a match. So yes, let's do that. And Paige, we're gonna close out the interview segment. We'll let you go first, real quick, because I know you're about to jump on another show. What are you about to jump on? Direct everyone after this show to where you will be next.
Oh, I'm actually going on the Mount of the Schmoedown. I'm talking about one of my favorite players of all of Schmoedown history, Clark Wolf. So you guys go check it out because I inspire to be like her one day in this league. So we need some more badass chicks that can. Oh, thanks, boo. There's already so many badass chicks. We already got so many badass chicks on this screen right now. So we just got to make sure we get to the top and show those boys how we really play. So.
It's true.
I'd love to see that.
Yeah.
And I'm realizing that that other people, I need to talk to you more, Paige, because Maxwell's over here throwing you some, hey girl kind of stuff. I don't feel that I know you that well yet, and I want to get to that point. So you and I need to talk more.
Jay, you are putting a facade. You are not a gentleman.
Left my hey girl out because there was totally a hey girl.
Girl. Hi. Marie Wilson, also from The Usual Suspects. That was a really great match that you played against Gold Leader. Very well done. Can't wait to see more this season. And where can folks find you at? What do you got going on?
You can find me on Twitter at Alia Morgaine. You can find my Star Wars review blog at thestarsreview.blogspot.com. You can find me on YouTube at Afra's Artifacts talking about queer Star Wars. And you can find me on beyondtheblastdoors.com where I do Star Wars comic reviews. And then the Tumbling Saber podcast once a month talking about Star Wars print media.
Awesome. And we're also gonna have you on. We're definitely gonna have you on my Star Wars show here on this network.
For sure.
Yes, join us.
Love that.
You have all the Star Wars knowledge, so it helps us a wee bit. Stay on track.
So we'll definitely do that. Marie Wilson, thank you very much for joining us. Really, really appreciate it. Have had a great time with you today. Paige, I'll be talking to you later.
Giggity? Wow, that was huge.
Shoot your shot, Jay Wade. Shoot your shot.
I had a not so smooth pickup line I was going to say, but Frenchie removed her, and I'm actually glad he did because it was
you could try it out on me, babe, if you want. It's all good.
Baby, you can't handle what I'm bringing.
You'd be surprised.
You would too, man. Like I said, the nip clips are mine. The ball gag is mine. Any kind of bondage stuff, that's all me.
Maxo, don't try to steal him. He's mine. He's mine, Max.
Why Why don't we all just? Can't we all
Thank
just
you,
share?
Frenchie, for saying that.
Sharing is caring. Yeah, okay.
I enjoy sharing. I think we could be a whole party.
So you can have them Saturdays between 7 and 9, and Sunday mornings too. Okay.
That'll work. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll bring the paddles.
Sounds good.
Wait, are they like full-size paddles or just like ping pong paddles?
Full sized.
Yeah, every size.
Okay,
This
guys.
sounds like a lot of fun. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, I definitely have to do a different show where we just go crazy talking about shit that we shouldn't be talking about here.
Yeah, that's
like,
what we do at the PJ Campbell Network.
Can we call it the red light special and have it at 2:00 in the morning? Because I feel like that might be the appropriate time for this conversation with this group of people.
I don't
disagree.
Or what we call it or anything. I just want to have conversations like that because they're fun. Go ahead and close out the show here with some horny jail for everyone. Thank you. Please.
We did it.
Last night. Dude, that opening match was fucking awesome. I have never seen Janine play like that before. And that's not saying that I think she's not a good player. I know she's a good player. I'm just saying I've never seen her play at that level before. She fucking brought it all, dude, and it was great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I had predicted that Marisol was going to sweep this, and Janine was going to have a hard time keeping up with Marisol. But this was definitely a different Janine that we've obviously previously seen, and that reflects my forecast. So everything that I do is forecast based on past performance. If Janine improves, obviously the forecasts are out the window. That's why you can't always rely on numbers solely, because you don't know if they're going to improve their next match. They can actually, look at Adam Witt. His highest score before his first Star Wars match this season was 19 points, and he scored 28, 20-something points. So yeah, it was definitely a far improvement. So numbers you can't really wholeheartedly believe, because people can improve over time.
Sorry, go.
No, go ahead, please.
Okay. So my big concentration when I was in school, and I can tell that you're a stats kind of guy, was political science. So it relates to anything like that. Social sciences are a very, key thing to pay attention to in terms of how people are and how they're expected to perform. Because in terms of human nature, numbers are really irrelevant. So it's one of those things where, you can lean on the statistics that you see from a past player's performance. But one of the things that you can't take into account until you see their actual performance in the most recent match is how are they studying? What are they studying? What is the frequency and depth of what they're going over? In terms of that, and in terms of my feelings about this match, I think it was one of the best performances we've had by women in the arena in a very long time. That's not to devalue any performances that other people have had, because we have been, we've already spoken to two amazing competitors during this one show. But one of the things that I know that there's been a question of, there has been a pinpoint against certain female competitors because they haven't been performing up to what people believe to be their standard, or what their standard should be for the Schmoedown. And I can start naming names. We all know, we all generally know who they're talking about, so I'm not going to do it. But Janine was one of those people that came into question. And I believe, and this is my wholehearted belief here, prior to this match, yes, that's fine, ask the question. I literally got into an argument in the chat section of LGR last night because Andrew had the audacity to say that Janine did not prove herself during the match. And then I had to step away because I was doing things. But Janine proved herself more than anything. She had a perfect round, save for the 5. Just because not everybody has seen Son of the Mask. I'm sorry. To me, that's the least important movie to watch in any realm in this world. Janine literally played her heart out. The fact that she lost devastated me because she played so well. She and Marisol went toe-to-toe, and although Marisol is widely considered to be the future of the league in terms of female competitors, I don't agree with Janine that it's her senior year. I think that she is also the future of the league, especially when we're starting to play at that specific caliber. Janine earned her spot. everybody's earned their spot. They're really good. You move down to the FCL, and let's be real, it's very, very, like, it's a developmental league. It is easy to make it through an FCL match for somebody who's a seasoned competitor. So I do think that all of these women have earned their place, but I think that for anybody to have the audacity to say that Janine shit the bed or dropped the ball by missing A5 on a movie that is like basically a deadpan, like piece of possible trash, like, don't play with me. Like, not everybody has seen every single movie. Movies are subjective. Information is subjective. And I literally think she did amazingly.
She definitely did amazing. And I
don't even
had
know
her
if
on my...
the Son of the Mask question was in her match or Mara's, but I don't even know anymore. I
thought it was the Hunt for Red October. Or was that Mara's match?
Yeah, it was Hunt for Red October. I got mixed up, but it's been
that's all right. That's all right.
hours.
I mean, hey, I was going to go along with you. But yeah, I mean, I've seen clips of Red October, but I mean, I only know Sean Connery and Alec Baldwin. That's the most of my knowledge of Red October. But
the
yeah, I
have
So I have Janine on my fantasy league because I really think she has earned her spot. I think she is supposed to be in this league, and that this is her senior year that she's going to leave. No, she is in this league. She's going to be a future champion at some point. Just depends on when is that going to happen. And the fact that she actually brought it and actually proved my forecast wrong, that's proof enough to me that she deserves to be in this league. So I am totally against for whoever said that Janine crapped the bed. No, she brought it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that you put that up there. I'm like, yeah, the fact that I can do anything right now is absolutely astounding. So I remembered that there was a 5-pointer and it happened and she didn't get it. There you go. Boom, done. Yay. Go me. But I can still argue the point. Janine's amazing.
Yeah.
End of story.
Yeah.
Before we go on to the next match, I do want to talk specifically, the last thing on this match, I do want to talk specifically about that challenge and get everyone's perspective on the challenge itself. As far as the song title, Time of My Life is what Marisol had said. They did not give it to her. It was challenged, and then they ended up overturning it and giving it to her. What are you guys' thoughts on that challenge and how it went down and everything about it? Do you agree?
I thought it was a good challenge, and it went the way it should have gone.
Yeah.
We were actually watching the match together, and we both said that challenge stands. Like, because I said exactly what Marisol said. And I was like, no, that's the correct answer. You can literally go and find the song, and it's literally called, parentheses, I've had, parentheses, the time of my life. So it was like, this is a semantics thing. And it kind of cracked me up that Roxy was literally arguing till they took her off the screen. I thought that was so funny. They're like, it's done. And she's like, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, this is perfect. This is something I would do. But
yeah, I totally agree. I mean, because when you're that close, give it to her because the benefit of the doubt rule. And if it was a different title, then obviously the challenge would have been forsaken. But because it's that close, and she just that was totally a worthy challenge, and I'm glad that she got it.
Me too.
Well,
I would.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Me?
Yeah, go ahead. Then me.
I was just I was just gonna add about the Janine Marisol match that it had a certain like emotional undercurrent to it, which I found really compelling as a viewer because you could sort of feel like Janine was someone Marisol looked up to. You know, they told the story about meeting at the live event. And so while I don't think this is Janine's senior year, nor do I think she should retire because I think she still has an incredible upside and is an amazing competitor, to see the two of them face off against each other, someone who, sort of like student teacher or like, just someone you'd always looked up to and appreciated, and then to play such an incredible match. It just added like a really nice, narrative bit of storytelling to it that makes these matches so exciting. It's not just the questions, it's what are the dynamics between the competitors? And I thought this was one of the most fun and compelling dynamics we had seen in a long time, without them having beef established beforehand or a long-running story, just because of who they are, where their place is in the Schmoedown, how they got there, how they relate to each other. It's kind of beautiful. I thought that was really nice. And honestly, I know Christian kept saying it, but that match could have been the main event. It was so good.
Yeah, totally,
it was really
100%.
amazing.
And I'll get the final word on this match, and then we'll talk about the headlining match real quick. On this, okay, I'm not a big fan of the benefit of doubt rule. In my mind, the answer you give, there's only one right answer. You're either right or you're wrong, and it's really that simple. This is a sports talk show. I talk about it like it's a sport, and from a sports angle, which is competition. This is the highest level of movie trivia. If you can't get the answer written right, Rowdy as an example, but we'll get into that in a minute. Then if you can't get it right, you don't get the point. There is no benefit of doubt. It doesn't matter if you knew it or not. You didn't give the right answer. In this case, my view on this is that the only reason that I would give it to her is because it has "I've had" in parentheses, and if it did not have that, if it was "I've had the time of my life," but "I've had" was not in parentheses, then I would not have given it to her. But because "I've had" is in parentheses, to me that's like an extension of the title. Is how I've always looked at that, and I think most people do. So that's how I look at that one. That's the only reason I'd give that to her. But like I said, if there were no parentheses and it's "I've had the time of my life," and she said "time of my life," I would not have given it to her. But it was a very good challenge, and I agree with the decision on it. Although Ellis's explanation was a little long-winded for me.
I was just gonna say the speech you just gave was a little long-winded for me, so you're in good company.
You guys beat me to it. I was like, what?
And now everybody, now that I've got the, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that.
Fuck you!
I've never wanted StreamYard control so bad, just so I could be like, "Bye, get out."
Usually that's Frenchie's job, and usually just gets you out.
I can go.
No,
it's fine.
We're almost.
Bye.
No, but
at first I thought my phone, the internet on my phone went dead. So thank you for giving me a panic attack, Jay Wade.
No, Kalinowski and the Mara match. Dude, I was rooting for Mara that entire time, and
I am devastated.
And I was totally bummed when she lost, but then I realized I've got Kalinowski on my fantasy league team, so I was like, dude, I picked up some points. So I wanted Mara to win personally, but I picked up some points in the fantasy league, so I'm happy about that. But that match was awesome too. And we'll close out the show with a small discussion on the near challenge that we had there. That was, but yeah, what were y'all's thoughts on that? What are you doing, Frenchie? Dude, my mom watches this show, bro. Come on.
My grandmother watches this show, but of course she's probably having a heart attack because of all the swears and the BBC talk. So yeah, I have to call my grandmother. So, but yeah,
it must be really nice to have your parents care enough to watch your shows.
Aww.
Yeah,
I watch all your shows, best friend.
Not to watch.
Thanks.
You're welcome. And then I talk about getting ice cream in the middle of them.
You do.
But you guys think this title match? It was freaking such a good match. Kalinowski, the more and more he plays, the more he breaks character during matches.
I think that's probably I think that is his character. That's his entire bit, not really being in character and being an inflated sense of self. But I will literally say, and this is no joke, as somebody who loves and has received cookies from Mara Kanopik.
They're delicious.
They're freaking amazing.
They're so good.
I'm literally holding, I have her she puts little cute little Post-its on them and stuff. So the packages that Mike held up, those were her legit cookies that she sent to them.
Are they real cookies or are they spiked with something?
They're real cookies. They're just cookies.
They're legit cookies.
They're spiked with Mara magic.
Oh, there you go.
She likes dark chocolate a lot, and she makes her cookies with dark chocolate. And holy crap, I am not big on dark chocolate. And then I took one bite of this cookie, and it melted in my mouth, and everything offset itself. And so that promo that she and Mike cut, where all she was talking about baking, I was dying because during my birthday stream on LGR, all she did was bake the entire time. I was like, this is This is Mara to a T. This is her right there. I got an entire tour of her kitchen. It was amazing. But
yeah, I definitely liked the promo. I was laughing all the way through, even though I didn't know that was one of her things. But the match itself, I mean, yeah, it was definitely really good. Very close. I was surprised that Mara didn't bet 3 points instead of one. She bet 1 point instead of 3 points. But yeah, I mean, but you know what? Mike does play a good, strong 3 betting round and speed round, but they were both perfect in the speed round, so that was really great to see. But again, I think it was Mara who got the Odin question, and I'm like, oh, Bob Hoskins, come on, Mara, you got this, Bob Hoskins. And she's like, she gave up. I'm like, oh, that's when my heart sank a little bit, more than with Janine. But yeah, I mean, it was definitely a great match all the way through, and definitely. I just watched it this morning because I was so busy with the week, so I had to catch up. But I was definitely loved it.
I mean, it was MK versus MK, and honestly, Mara and Mike have such a good level of respect for each other as competitors, and I know that they're friends in real life. And they have such a good banter. They play off of each other so well. They have a really good way of setting up a story and building such a great rapport. And just then they go into the match and they kill. Mara did a great job. I mean, and I agree with you. She bet too low. And, I just absolutely freaking love what I saw, because he didn't take a challenge that, he could have probably won on benefit of the doubt. He literally, he could have done a lot of different things there. But he wasn't a dick. And Shannon agreed with him. And it's hard because I know Shannon is Shannon and Mike are in a weird place because, manager, girlfriend, etc. And you've got to separate that piece of life. But I think that they play so well together. She's a very good coach to him. And, they joke and they have all the cute flirty shit, but they edit that out. Their relationship when it's manager and competitor is very, very mentorship and what do you need from me? I'm here for you. What is your decision? Because you can tell that they both mentor the whole team. And I love the way they play. And
I think that's the benefit to Mike because Mike and Shannon are in a relationship. Shannon knows Mike on an intimate level, so she knows how to kind of get in his head a lot better than maybe, let's say, Roxy did when he first came onto the league. Or anyone else. So I think with that relationship and having that mindset, it's like, okay, what do you need? And having that be your rock. I know that there's been times where my girlfriend was kind of a little bit worried, and I say, okay, what do you need? I try to have to be there for her. So, and we've only been dating for about 1.5 years now. So it's with that kind of relationship, you kind of know that person on an intimate level, and I think that's benefit to Mike.
Yeah.
Maxwell, you want to get a final word in here, and then we'll.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a great match. I was rooting for Mara, but she played wonderfully. There was all this talk before her match against Chandra if she's going to have ring rust. Obviously, she did not, and she played an incredible match. And I think this was still champion level. Mara is just a tough break when in IG you get a Son of the Mask question. It's like, how could you see that coming? They went toe to toe. They had such good chemistry. It was really Clash of the Titans, and that was so fun. It was just a great pay-per-view altogether last night with 2 really, really great matches. Neither necessarily went the way I wanted them to go, but I think in both cases, all the competitors really played with their heart and did the best they could. So it's just a great night of Schmoedown.
Yeah.
I would like to also say that cupcake bit after the actual match was by far the best thing. Maxwell, I hope you watched it. Did you see that?
Yeah.
She broke it apart and she's like, ooh, it has filling. And then she took it and she's like,
yeah.
I was like, this is why you're my girl. I was like, she's perfect. I love her. I'd do anything for her. Moving on. Good.
Well, that's
anything, huh?
Yep.
Okay, guys. Let's wait to get into more
take
of this.
Take that off air.
We're in the final minute of the show. Let's not open another can right now. But Maxwell, why don't you tell everybody where they can find you out on the social media and plug anything you would like to, sir?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Cinemaxwell, Instagram at Cinemaxwell Inc. You can find me over on the PJ Camel Network, where we do stuff like watch-alongs, the Sunday evening unwind, water cooler chat. We'll be doing reviews of Loki, all sorts of other fun stuff. And you can find me competing in the First Class League. I cannot officially say when my first match is, but it's not soon.
It's not. Okay, I get it. I had to think about it.
You had to think about that? I got that immediately.
Anyway, dude.
Well, that's why you're the math guy.
It's Jay Wade we're talking about, right? It's Jay Wade. Are we all surprised?
I keep forgetting I'm speaking to someone intelligent, but oh well.
I just keep thinking that earlier in the show, Maxwell said cock.
I did. Would you like me to say it again?
I started it.
No, because I said it. I don't care, dude. We're all big people here. We're all adults. Amber, thank you very much also for being here. It was great to have you on again. Where can everyone find you at, and what do you got going on?
Maxwell, get fucked before you say it. Don't even say it.
I didn't say anything.
What were you going to say?
Nothing. I was just going to sit here and listen to your
everybody
epic
to
poem.
prepare for my... it's not an epic poem.
It's an epic poem.
Gah. So I'm Takara Kanashi on Twitter, Instagram, Stereo, Letterboxd, and Twitch. I'm on the Let's Get Ready Network. I do the Gold Standard. I host it with Andrew Goldstein. It's not the Goldstein Standard, it's the Amber Standard, whatever. That's every Tuesday at, I believe it's at 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern.
You should know the time your own show airs.
You just woke up, people.
Yeah, come on now. LGR Reviews, Loki will be coming back. I know that they're doing other reviews, so I will probably be doing that with who knows who. The Night Sisters with Bedore and Adelia, that's going to be on Twitch pretty soon. We're going to talk about everything and nothing. Kind of like another show that I'm on where, where we're going, we don't have rails. I hang out with Video Drew as a mod on her YouTube and her Discord. I tell Garth to pick those names up. I do a lot of random things. This Sunday, we will... there's going to be a special Live in the Dark. You should tune in. It's going to be, I believe, 8:30 Pacific. So Video Drew's channel. I'm going to be the master of ceremonies for a very, very, very special event. I can't tell you what it is, but it has something to do with birthdays. And then I'm over on the PJ Campbell Network doing a lot of things with this guy who's being absolutely rude and eye-rolling like a dramatic queen. I do the Sunday evening unwind and the water cooler chats. I'm probably going to be talking about Loki with these fools, so I'll have a lot of places to talk about a lot of things. And you never
Lord
know where
knows you can talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk.
Look who's talking, bitch.
This on Max, but he wasn't lying when he said you've got a novel you were about to read.
Well, yeah. It wasn't really a novel. It was just a poem. I'm actually gonna write all my plugs into a poem just because it could be a lot of fun.
Just make sure it rhymes.
I don't rhyme poetry.
Oh.
She's not a kindergartner, Jay Wade.
Dan Double D Dolinsky, where can folks find you at, bud?
You can find me at Twitter at Dan Dolinsky, simple as that. You can find me also on this channel when my internet is working. Every Saturday when I run the numbers, I usually pick a topic, and if my internet's working, we show it. So that's as simple as that.
All right. And since you're up here, Frenchie, I guess I'll let plug your channel too.
Yeah, but don't forget them. It's right now because apparently we're late because someone talks too much. No, you can find me on Schmoes of the North, but right now we have Mount Schmoedown covering Clark Wolfwood again. Our girl page for Betty on right now. So right after this, jump on.
Yeah, guys, everybody do that. Also, you can find me on the Twitter and the stereo at JWade1134. That's the letter JWADE1134. Also on stereo and the Twitter at the Jcast Network. Please subscribe, like, all that good shit to this channel. On Fridays, got the Mad Batch, a Star Wars shit show. We're currently talking about the Bad Batch. We got Paige is on that show every week with us. Thomas Harper is on every other week. And Sarah and Dean Lewis and Sean with me on that. Our Bachelor show, Sarah and I have. Go get that roast, starts in about 2.5 weeks. We're changing that format up a little bit, and we are having a fantasy league, a bachelor fantasy league, everybody. So every time those guys do stupid shit or someone doesn't get a rose, I get points. It's going to be awesome. Don't give dude a rose. I want points. It's going to be great, dude. Making points off of people's misery. Fuck them. It's a fun show to have fun and talk shit about. Yes, and on Mark with a Movie blog here coming up soon. Oh, what a Marvel. We will be talking about Loki. That's it for me, everyone, and everyone here. Thank you guys very much for being on the show. Everyone for watching and listening. We will be back next week where our guest will be, I don't know yet, and our co-host will be, you'll find out then. Everyone later. You want to hear something funny? The mic wasn't on that whole time.
No way.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, wow.
So smooth.